Hello everybody, welcome back. I think that was the last of them. Pretty sure we finished what we were supposed to... No. There's more. Of course. Now, is that all of them? Probably not. Because that quest thingy's still there. Which means there's probably more bad guys lurking around here somewhere. Yep. There we go. Most of the slavers have abandoned the... Good to know. We don't want no slavers in our town. And that's why, Izzy, I'm sorry. Okay? That's why. Can't have Castian just gallivanting around with slavers and... Yeah. It's the right thing to do. Alrighty. There's like nothing down there. Alrighty. What do we have here? On the loose. Faith. Obviously there's more quests I need to pick up as well. Just laying around areas and... Talk to Isabella at that hanged man. So, we'll go there. We'll tie up the loose ends. I know I killed Castian. I'm sorry, okay? But he's a slaver and that's bad. That is wrong.
You're here? Good. I wanted to talk to you.
Ah, you're still here. At least some things are constant in this ever-changing world.
What? If you call me your rock or your foundation, I'm gonna hit you. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Saves me the trouble of having to go look for you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm glad you walked in here all those years ago.
You've been a good friend. And a constant source of excitement.
Oh, you do know how to flatter a girl. It's funny. Now that I think about it, getting a ship just doesn't seem that important. I just hate to have to say goodbye. You're the best friend I've had in a very long time. A toast. To friendship and to us.
Oh.
I once knew a sailor like you. We lost him in a hurricane. Very sad.
What's that have to do with anything? I'm not a sailor.
I don't want to talk about this. Let's go.
You don't want to talk about what?
I remain at your side.
Why you gotta be Broody McMoody over here?
You have been a good friend. Better than I deserve.
He's just saying that to save face. And we know it. I'm gonna go back to Hightown. I'm gonna go scoop up some quests. Although we probably should go do that elf thing with the Dalish and yeah. Probably should do that.
You seem especially broody today.
Does it bother you? Should I stop?
No, don't stop. But could you add some smouldering to the routine? Just for me?
Smolder?
Oh, and while you're at it, perhaps some cold insolence.
You want me to smolder and be cold at the same time? Those don't go together.
Shush. Don't distract me with your logic.
Aww, Izzy.
Have you located any Canary blades?
This is what I found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
Hands off my man, Izzy. It's okay, I trust him.
The bar at the Blooming Rose stocks some very fine wine.
Oh yeah, the bar. Stocks fine wine.
And Andraste did say,
No.
those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm
Delilah,
to the
how?
Maker himself. Mistress Hawke, I must speak with you.
Okay.
You're the only one that can help. The Wardens mounted an expedition to retrace your route through the deep roads to discover whatever it is you found years ago. It's a fool's errand, and my poor brother is with them. Nathaniel Howe.
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel? Well, put me in a dress and call me a Templar. How is the old boy doing?
He's missing, Sirrah. Haven't you been listening?
I'm not worried about Nathaniel. He's crawled out of worse places alive.
I take it you and Nathaniel have some history.
Certainly. We were in the Wardens together in Amaranthine. Hordes of Darkspawn, psychotic broodmothers. Usual Warden business. I wonder if Nathaniel ever found a sense of humor.
Why were Wardens interested in our expedition?
Maker help me, I have no idea. My brother never tells me these things.
Wardens range into the deep roads all the time.
But he's been gone far too long. Something terrible's happened. I'd tell the Wardens, but by the time I reach Vigil's Keep, my poor brother...
Do you know any other details?
I know almost nothing. Nathaniel never speaks about the Wardens. It was only happenstance that I heard your name mentioned. Please, go back to the deep roads. Find my brother. You must.
Alright.
The people here. They never leave Hightown's fancy walls.
Fancy schmancy
They
walls.
have no idea what's brewing below them.
There's really nothing. I don't think anything else to pick up here, so... On the loose. Faith. Oh yeah, we had to... I totally forgot to finish that. We still have to tell the old lady. Silly me. Master of sidetrack detours and...
I can't believe you're still not taking sides.
I told you, I only like to be on top.
I mean against the Templars. You like freedom, right? You hate slavery. Why wouldn't you side with the mages?
Maybe I just don't like you.
Yeah, maybe a lot of people just don't like you. Do you ever think about that?
Sister Nightingale says you must leave Kirkwall.
What? You were right. The Divine will be taking action against Kirkwall, though the sister didn't say what. You must take the holy relics from the Chantry and leave for safety.
Sebastian, I'm surprised at you. Andraste would not thank me for saving a few dusty finger bones and my own skin at the cost of people's lives.
Are you saying you will not flee?
When I became Grand Cleric, I took a vow to the people of Kirkwall and the Free Marches. I will not leave my flock.
Good on ya.
Would you let yourself die?
There is no greater devotion than to lay one's life at the Maker's feet. There is no better death than to take the blow for another.
Sister Nightingale took a great risk to warn you. Don't be rash.
Please, Your Grace. Sister Nightingale thinks there will be war.
Then, I must make peace. Settle yourself, Sebastian. I'm in no personal danger. I am Grand Cleric. Who would dare attack me?
If you will not shield yourself, then I will be your shield. You will come through this safely by the Maker's name. I swear it.
Huzzah!
I hope you haven't come to try to talk me into leaving again. Kirkwall needs a steadying hand on its reins now more than ever. Orsino and the Knight Commander grow more fractious by the day.
There must be a way to satisfy both sides.
I pray you're right. I've been talking with them both. Orsino is not an unreasonable man. Surely a compromise can be reached.
I hope.
If Elthina won't leave Kirkwall, neither will I. I can't abandon her when the Divine's own agent warned her away.
Aww.
And I thought maybe I was the one you wanted to protect.
You are quite capable of fending off a battalion of mages on your own, Hawk. But if these Maleficarum rebel against the Knight Commander, Elthina will put herself between them and be torn apart. I must try to make her see reason. This cannot end well.
Aww. It's okay, Seb.
I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry, and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawk. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
Is the Grand Cleric upset with you?
She thinks I'm fickle, but I mean it. It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what? Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
Do you see yourself as a prince? Or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles, my throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
If you give it up, what then?
I suppose I must convince Elthina my commitment is sincere. Then I will remain here, to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
You should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them. Kirkwall does well enough with no one in the Viscount's seat. Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there, and I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
It's up to you, man. I'm not gonna flirt with him, but...
You're wise to stay here. No one trusts a man who breaks his oath.
I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will.
Good on ya. Good on ya. I'm gonna cut the video off here, so when we come back, more Dragon Age 2. Thanks for watching, guys.